We'll figure something out.
I mean, it's good. The one we have is good, but oh well.
We'll figure
Hi,
it out.
everybody.
Everybody, welcome to From My Mother's Basement, the show that celebrates being a geek. I'm Jason.
I am Michael, and we are recorded.
Yes.
Yes.
If you're watching this on Sunday, you might notice you're not watching on the stream, you're watching YouTube. But that's fine. You're still going to see mostly everything.
Yes. Mostly everything.
Because Michael and I, like we've talked about before, pretty much almost every Sunday in the month of March, we have something going on, whether
It's
it
all
be
borked.
work-related, family-related, something. So we still want to make sure you guys had something to watch. So
Exactly. I don't know what we're going to do for next week, though. Because
I'll figure something out.
literally going to be out of the country.
I'll make a Michael puppet or something like that. We'll
A Michael puppet?
Yes. Oh, well, there's so much to talk about.
Just take old footage of me and just dub something over it in moon speak.
You know, if I just took all the time that I would need for something like that, I have, 2 years of footage from you.
Yeah.
That'd be way too much work. Be hilarious though.
Potentially.
Yes. All right, so we have tons of stuff in terms of tech news and movie news.
It's been a big freaking week.
Yes, it has. Well, week and a half almost, pretty much.
Yeah, but I mean, what with Apple's thing?
Yes.
And
there was Apple, and then Frozen, and then Disney again, and Apple, and again Frozen again. Oh yes, of course I had to throw that in there. Frozen 2 was officially announced during the official shareholders conference call for the Walt Disney Company. So happy. Now I know that they have the short Frozen Fever that's coming out in theaters before Cinderella tomorrow. Yes, I have tickets. But it's going to be a standalone that I'm definitely looking forward to.
Yeah, but it's going to be a standalone. It's going to probably focus on the stupid snowman.
Well, I already kind of know what the premise is for the short. It's Anna's birthday. Elsa tries to throw her a huge birthday party, but the problem is Elsa, Ice Queen, came down with a cold, and so her powers
The
are all
Ice
acting
Queen
up.
comes down with a cold.
Yes.
So the cold did bother her anyway.
Apparently it did, yes. So we'll have to see what happens with this. But yes, I'll have a review of that for next week.
Okay.
But the other major bits that were announced during this conference call was all about Star Wars.
Yay, Star Wars!
Specifically, we've been focusing so much on Episode 7. They actually gave us some information on Episode 8, which is quite nice.
They just gave release dates, right? They didn't give story plots, right?
No, they didn't give anything much. I mean, yeah. So we have Episode 7, the Force Awakens, this December. Then we have Episode 8, which is scheduled to arrive in theaters on May 26, 2017. Which is funny because that's the current date that Warner Brothers has Lego Batman scheduled to release.
Go Batman.
Yeah.
Parents dead. Though, I think that because that'll be the 40th anniversary.
Yep. Right
I
by
think
it.
to the day.
It's 1 day off.
1 day off.
I definitely foresee they'll probably push it that extra day.
They may.
Just to have something like that. So.
But 2 years between movies is not bad. I mean, if you think about it, it was what, 4 years? No, well, you had 77, then 80, then 84.
Right.
So it used to be originally it was 3 years between films.
So we'll see what happens because Disney's being so freaking aggressive on all this stuff. The other bit is that we finally have the confirmation about the first spin-off film in the Star Wars cinematic universe. This one's being called Star Wars Rogue One. And Michael, when I told you that, you kind of, wait a minute, that could mean a lot of things in canon.
It could mean a lot of things. Well, there's been a lot of rumors around, especially in the circles of folks who've been watching Star Wars Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of talk, or there've been rumors floating around that it's going to follow that Sabine, the Mandalorian girl from Rebels, would be the subject of the spinoff. There were also rumors that it would be that Boba Fett would be the focus. But the fact that they named it Rogue One in my mind, gives more credence to the idea of it being one of the Star Wars Rebels characters.
Mm-hmm.
But Rogue One isn't Sabine. If I remember correctly, Rogue One is Hera, the pilot. And
I believe
would
so.
they
Yes.
be willing to do a movie based on a non-humanoid character? By that I mean, yeah, okay, technically Hera is humanoid, but she's Twi'lek.
Mm-hmm.
She's sufficiently different that you got makeup concerns and whatnot.
It'd be interesting. Now, they did announce a couple other bits of information that may give you some idea. One, this movie, Rogue One, is going to be directed by Gareth Edwards, who recently did Godzilla. Fantastic movie.
Fight.
Yes. They actually announced the first actress cast for this film.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Felicity Jones. She was recently in The Theory of Everything. She was also in like Tomb Raider and a bunch of other movies.
She looks like Hera.
So, and this idea for this story actually came from John Knoll over at ILM.
Really?
Yeah. So that I was like, wait a minute. So this is not really truly, based on past canon, or maybe it is, or
well, they're rewriting the freaking canon anyway.
They are, but
they're not. Well, they're let me phrase that. They're selectively editing. They're retconning. They're retconning the crap out of a lot of stuff.
Good point. I just look at it as, okay, so now we have the special effects guy making the plot for the movie.
That's not unheard of, though.
It is not unheard of, though.
There's a lot of the special effects guys threw in ideas in the original. So
right.
They said, hey, what if we do this? And Lucas said, yeah, I like that. Let's do it. So
good point. So, I mean, I look at it this way, that we're going to see it anyways. So,
hell yeah.
Yes,
regardless, we're going to see it at least once.
They also, going back to episode 8, they actually announced the writer and director of that one. Mm-hmm. And it is no one from episode 7. Mm-hmm. It's being written and directed by Ryan Johnson.
Where do I know that name? Go ahead and tell me, because you obviously know.
I don't, actually.
Oh.
I was hoping you did.
Usually you have the knowledge.
I usually have that. I was off the ball on this one.
The name does strike a bell, but I can't place it.
Okay, no worries. So, I mean, I look at all this information from Disney about Star Wars.
They can always have Adi Shankar do it.
Hey, he did amazing with Power Rangers.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Have him do it and do focus on, the scum and villainy group.
Oh, that would be actually hilarious.
That'd be pretty epic.
That'd be amazing, actually. I like that. Oh well, we can only hope.
Yes.
Ryan Johnson. Oh, the writer and director of Looper is the director of episode 8.
Interesting. Looper had mixed reviews.
It did. So, we'll see what happens.
Interesting.
Has to happen with that. Let's keep with some of the Disney news real quick, but we're going to go away from the news from just the other day. Let's talk about Avengers 2: Age of Ultron. Looks so good. And Michael, you have not seen this trailer yet, have you?
No, I have not seen the trailer, but I will tell you I am current on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I'm suspecting some serious tie-ins.
Oh, they have to. We'll get to that at the end of the show. Okay. But here we go. This is what they're calling the final trailer before it comes out. This is Marvel's Avengers: Age of Ultron.
A quick shot of Thanos.
No. Let me pull up that screenshot for you. What does that look like to you? That's not Thanos.
Oh, no, that's Vision.
Yes. This is our first look at Vision.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a nice little bit right there. I was like, okay, that's cool. I'll take that in a heartbeat. They're giving away a little more of the plot and ideas with this trailer, but then again, it is the so-called final trailer. We still have a month and a half to go, so I'm sure there's already plenty of websites who have dissected this trailer frame by frame to try to find something.
Oh, yeah, and there's going to be analyses of it left, right, and center.
Oh, yeah.
But in this frame, we see that the Scarlet Witch is manipulating Scarlett Johansson's mind, which it's like, okay, yes, obviously she's doing something there, but,
yeah, exactly. What that entails,
maybe she's trying to steal a kiss. We don't know.
Who knows? Maybe
It'll be Avengers Yuri. I have no clue.
Well, Joss Whedon, he's going to be stepping away from, all the Marvel movies for a while, so maybe he just wants to add a little extra bit there for the fans,
Is he stepping away for permanent or just temp?
It hasn't really specified permanent or temp. Just he's not going to be back for the third Avengers movie.
Okay.
So
is he going to focus more on S.H.I.E.L.D., do you think?
That would be amazing if he does, because...
Well, it's his brother now, right?
Well, yes.
It's Jed.
Jeb, yeah. And, well, let's talk about that real quick. We always go back in different directions anyways, different tangents. Was it, without not trying to give too much away, did the end of the latest episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. almost confirm their role for, like, a season 6 or 7?
Well, it's not if this was the season finale, that's just cheap.
Yeah.
That being said, because they're not even trying.
No.
But it's set it up for another season, because I mean, they would have to do some really crappy writing to try and wrap that up in 1 or 2 episodes, especially now that what's her name's God, what the hell is her name? The one who didn't come out looking pretty still.
Flower Girl.
Yeah, Flower Girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's been picked up by the Inhumans. Which
yes.
Pretty much that's the Inhumans. It's still the Sky Show. Just a little more subtly. I want to know what the hell is up with Mockingbird and what's his name?
Oh, the Australian, or
the big mechanic guy.
Oh, that guy. I don't.
I want to know what's up with them. At first, I thought maybe they were one thing, but then they made a line to each other that tells me no, they're not. And I'm seeing threads of civil war in here.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have this.
Marvel's they're planting the seeds for it already.
Marvel's been very good at tying the MCU with the TV series, and I'm sure that's only going to be furthered by the upcoming Netflix series in April. I mean, starting off with Daredevil, which is they have a trailer for it out right now.
I thought that was starting this month.
Was it this month? I thought it was next month, but it's coming up soon. There's a trailer out there. You guys can watch it yourselves. It actually looks very good.
I will marathon the fuck out of it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And that's the great thing about Netflix is like, hey, look, it's 13 episodes. Well, I have to wait 13 weeks to watch it? No, I can watch it all in one day. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's all I needed.
There goes my entire Saturday.
Well, I would say it's a Saturday well spent, but, that's just me.
Well,
But, yeah, I got to say, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. keeps on getting better and better. And it could be just more of the fact that now that they've proven to the Marvel bigwigs that, yes, they can successfully tie in MCU characters and plot into the TV series.
Well, it was Sif's second appearance?
Yes.
In the series?
And now we're getting
everything in the Thor movies?
And now we're getting heavily into the whole Inhumans story years before the movie comes out.
I laughed my ass off when the one guy when the guy turned out to be the guy from Warehouse 13.
Oh,
and
yes.
And they modded his voice. It's like, really? Okay,
great.
Why not?
It worked. Come on.
Yeah, no, but it was funny.
It was funny.
I was waiting for him to be goofy, and for a while he was being really good, really. And I'm like going, this is a goofy actor. He always does goofy shit.
Exactly. There's gonna be something in here.
2/3 of the way through, he got goofy.
Mm-hmm. It worked. It worked very well. Well, we'll get back to the what we're watching.
Yeah, number 16 makes me real happy.
Yes, this is amazing. It was about time they finally announced this. But yes, finally, after long waiting, Tron 3 is scheduled to start production this fall.
Any word on who's returning actor-wise?
So, they've only confirmed Garrett Hedlund to return, but given how Legacy concluded, it's a very safe bet that you'll also see at least Olivia Wilde and Bruce Boxleitner.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if they can get them to Boxleitner, I'm sure won't be a problem.
Yeah.
But they also they hinted in the side stuff. Oh God, the guy who played Ram. And the extra features in the side in the web series stuff.
That'd be great if they would find some way to bring him in there.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be, but also they implied that Sark's going to be returning,
Mm-hmm.
or at least the MCP.
It'd be amazing to see the MCP return.
So it's going to be real interesting to see where that goes.
Plus, to see how if they try to bring Jeff Bridges back.
Oh, I will
bring
be
back
shocked if they didn't.
Yeah.
Although the idea of encoding a human being to, at the most, a 1 terabyte necklace.
Yeah. Excuse me. They did confirm later on that Joseph Kosinski is actually coming back to direct Tron 3.
Oh, okay. So he's okay.
So
cool.
he's guaranteed to come back. Now, the one thing that everyone's wondering about: have they signed Daft Punk to come back and do the score?
That's not what I was wondering about. I mean, it is one of the things I'm wondering about. That's not the core thing for me.
What's the core thing for you?
I want to see what the new world looks like.
Yeah, that would actually be, well, yes, I definitely want
to see. Are they? I mean, they're obviously going to go with the the somewhat linear stuff, but I want to see what the new CG world looks like. Are they going to go with that heavy blue and black again? Are they going to go with? I want to see where they go with it.
Maybe they'll
because
go
I'm a CG whore.
Maybe they'll go with the green and black. Maybe they might switch the color scheme up a little bit. Who knows?
Great, let's go Matrix.
Whoa, no.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to see. I mean, this
Tron,
is way off. I mean, they haven't even started production yet, so we're looking at what, 2016, 2017, probably.
If they start production this fall, figure it's either going to be December 16 or 17. I mean, they originally started production on Tron Legacy in 2009, I think, and we didn't get it till late 2010 or 2011.
True.
I mean, I forget which of the 2 years it was, but it was late that year.
Well, I will say this though. I'll say two things. One, having more Tron is always a good thing, and two, because it was so freaking popular, having another Tron movie come out, which hopefully means the return of Electronica, a California Adventure.
That would be nice.
More of the boots and pants.
More oons.
Nice. Good times. Keeping with Disney again, Tomorrowland. We're finally getting more information on it.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and show this new trailer, and I'll share some additional information on it.
So, House is a bad guy.
Yes.
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
I do have to say, though, it was quite interesting to watch the Japanese trailer, because it released so much info. They failed at the whole let's not release too much of the plot, because it was pretty much wide open on that trailer.
Really?
Yeah. But
you'll have to send me the link for it.
I'll send you the link for it. I won't give away the plot, but there was actually a scene at the beginning of that trailer that was actually surprising. It was actually a kid holding a bag, getting on It's a Small World ride. And halfway during the ride, something scans his pin and then drops the boat into a little corridor that's a special access point to Tomorrowland.
Really?
I'm just like, okay.
Gee, but are they gonna pull Walt out of the freezer for this one?
They actually mentioned Walt Disney several times in the Japanese trailer, as the man, as like the icon, as part of Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland was a front for something.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, yeah, I was just really surprised to see.
Was the Japanese trailer dubbed in Japanese, or was it in English?
English with the Japanese subtitles.
Okay.
So. But it was surprised that they would give away so much in the Japanese version and nothing in these ones here. But okay, that's fine.
That should be pretty cool.
I will have to say, Brad Bird and company are doing very well at getting people interested in Tomorrowland without giving away, trying not to give away too much information.
The fact that it's Brad Bird is what gives me great hope for it.
Oh, yes.
Because I love Brad Bird's work. I mean, The Incredibles is still my favorite CG movie. And it just his ability, his storytelling ability is top notch.
Oh yes, definitely.
So,
well, we have to blow through some of this stuff so fast given the time.
Well, let's just go ahead and jump over the next two and go to Apple had their big thing this week.
Oh yes.
Where it's not the WWDC, but it's their, oh hey, we're going to announce all this really cool crap we've got coming and going, and some of it just proved how pretentious Apple can be. But others of it were really damn cool.
Yes.
I mean, they announced the new MacBook,
which looks really nice.
Is impressive for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the only thing it's missing is a touchscreen. I'm looking at this going, why don't you just throw a freaking touchscreen on it? You're doing everything else.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a 12-inch screen. It's a Retina display. They utilize the technology that they put in the Apple Watch to create a brand new touch mouse.
And it's haptic feedback.
Yes.
And the thing is about the keys defining the width of the machine, this weird layered battery system. That's all really cool. And honestly, the thing about it that excited me the most, because I wasn't that impressed with the unit. I mean, if they made a touchscreen, that might have added a little bit. The thing about it that excited me the most, honestly,
size of the logic board.
What?
Size of the logic board?
That impressed me, but that wasn't what I was. That wasn't the thing for me. The thing for me was USB-C.
Yes, you have a major company like Apple pushing forward with the new standard, which has already been approved for a while.
And it wasn't just Apple who developed it.
This is correct. But there are some manufacturers out there who have thrown USB-C ports in their tech, but nobody is. Would you agree that nobody as high a profile as Apple has done it since?
Oh no, I haven't heard anything. I mean, this was the first time I had heard of USB-C. Was Apple's announcements that they're using it.
Ah, okay.
And everything they can do with it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're gonna have to spider the crap out of it, but.
Well, they already have announced several adapters for it. So basically, one adapter could include power, HDMI.
How are they going to do that? Are they going to do that where it's one adapter and it's going to spider out into 8 different connectors?
No, they have multiple different adapters that each have like 2 to 3 different things on it. Like the most I saw was literally one that had.
I assume they all have power.
Power, HDMI, and I think Thunderbolt.
USB.
USB 3.0. Sorry.
Okay.
So it's been one of those that. Yes, it is very, very small, and this new adapter is very, very powerful. But at the same time, though, you'll be carrying around dongles for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, it's impressive that it's something like 8 millimeters at its thickest point, and weighs 2 pounds. Hey, great, good on ya. But all those goddamn adapters.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. It also looks really damn expensive.
It's $1,300 for the base model.
That's right. They announced the price, and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
The part that for me though was they gave us more detail on the watch.
Yep.
And what they could do with the Apple Watch, and you could do some incredibly cool crap with this watch.
Oh yes.
And there's just more to come, because once the developers
get their hands
more time
on
with it,
yeah,
it's going to be and all the bands and stuff. The pricing on it's. But
yeah,
there's 3 levels of pricing. You've got the aluminum one, which is going to cost you about $400, depending on the size you get. It's going to cost you $400 or $500 ballpark. It's like $450 or $500.
They announced the prices. The sport model is $349 to $399, depending on the size.
I thought it was bigger than that. Okay.
If you want the center one, which is the stainless steel, which is the one I want, I don't think you want the same one, right?
Yeah.
That one, depending on the size, is
almost $1,000.
$500 to $549.
What? No.
It's the base model is $500 to $549. The thing is
that it was more than that. Okay.
That comes with the basic band. Now, the bands themselves can actually vary in price, from everything from $50 to $500 for the band. So if you wanted the ultra high quality band to go with your stainless steel Apple Watch, you can spend $1,000 on a watch.
But that braided magnet wristband was
nice. It looks amazing.
Oh my God, that was gorgeous.
Now,
but that's not where the pretension comes in.
The
pretension comes in on the Apple Watch edition, the gold-looking one that is actual 24-karat gold.
18-karat gold.
18-karat gold.
Which they created they claimed a new form of gold to make it stronger, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, whatever the form factor, whatever. But that's not the part. What makes it pretentious is that it starts at $10K.
It hurts.
What the?
Yeah, and that's the basic base Apple Watch Edition model
Talk
is
about
10
class
grand.
wars, my God.
So if you wanted, diamonds attached to it, or you wanted in rose gold, or you want something other crazy thing to add into it, this can be
to
like
add on the band, and
this
that's all
could
on the
be
band.
like
It's just the watch head.
This could easily become like a $50,000 watch.
Potentially. Yeah. For people who have too much damn money.
Yeah.
Used to be the cocaine was God's way of telling you to make too much damn money. Now the Apple Watch Edition is.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Well, pre-orders do begin on April 10th. They will be available on April 24th. I really want to get one, but I highly doubt that I will be able to pick one up on launch day.
Well, it depends on a lot of things, but eventually I may get one. I mean, they're neat. I really like them. I like what the potential, like the real-time heart rate, the haptic feedback. And there's a lot of really cool stuff about it.
But they still fall prey to all the other smartwatches that are out there right now. Apple comes out and states you can get an all-day battery life of 18 hours. That's as you really do like nothing on this thing.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, on this watch, there's actually 8 gigs of memory. Granted, only 2 are allocated for if you wanted to throw some music on a watch itself.
Well, it Bluetooths to your phone, so why would you?
Exactly. So they basically, in some previous tests, they're like, if you want to do audio playback, it has about 6.5 hour playback time. If you want to do a workout test, which actually has the heart rate sensor working, it's up to 7 hours. So I mean, I look at it this way: for most people, you're only going to be staring at your watch several dozen times a day, but only for maybe like 10 to 15 seconds at a time. Mm-hmm. So I think with that amount of use spread out, I think you could possibly get 18 hours realistically. Maybe 15, maybe 14, but it's been one of those that it's not going to be like it's going to die before noon unless you sit there and try to do everything on your watch the whole day.
Well, yeah, if you're one of those people who constantly fiddles with your stuff, then yeah.
Exactly.
But I don't know. It's really cool, and there's some really cool stuff for it. I'm going to wait for Gen 2.
All right. Fair enough. Well... Let's see.
But they also announced other things like the they actually, and this is the part that kind of bugs me a little bit. The CEO of HBO came out and announced that they're going to do HBO Now, which when we heard about it initially, we were like, hey, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. They're going to be able to do it so you can stream it from home, whatever. The problem is right now it's Apple TV exclusive.
Correct. Well, for a limited time.
$15 a month also.
Now, there's some nice little bits to this, though. I have to admit, it is $15 a month. If you order HBO Now through an Apple device, you get the first month free. The exclusivity period for iOS devices for HBO Now is only for 3 months, and then it's going to be released everywhere. To coincide with this, Apple actually announced a price drop of the Apple TV. Usually it's $100. Now it's down to $69.
Yep.
So you basically, if you want, you can buy an Apple TV for $69. Then you can go ahead and get HBO Now free for a month. Then it starts $15 a month. And at that point, yes, later on you can go ahead and access HBO Now with your laptop or with an Xbox One or something like that. But at that point, though, you're already hooked into the hardware, so Apple's already made their money off of it.
TV, and I'm really happy with it. But here's the problem. I'm currently paying $8 a month for Netflix, $8 a month for Hulu Plus. Then you would add $15 a month if you were to do HBO Now. You figure Showtime's probably going to come up with something like it in the near future.
Right.
You may as well just be paying a cable bill at that point. Seriously.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing is that when you people don't really recognize the fact that when you cut the cord and you go with all the individual services,
shit adds up.
You're not paying cable directly. But one, you still need their internet, their ISP.
Right, you have to pay for the internet.
And then you have to buy all these things.
Pay for the services individually.
Exactly. So
I mean, realistically, the trade-off, in my opinion, so far has been worth it. But, yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys can go ahead and buy that. But I did want to say something real quick before we wrap this up to what we're watching. is that, we always try to find stuff to have you guys spend all your money on. Usually for a good idea, yes or no. There's actually a crowdfunded, it's on Indiegogo. It's not Kickstarter, but Indiegogo. And it's one I think you guys should definitely be supporting. It's called Con Man. So, Michael, have you heard about this yet?
No, I haven't, but I know who those two actors are.
Yes, and you're going to laugh your ass off at this because of it. So, this whole idea for this series, it's going to be a web series that you have two characters you may recognize. It stars a down and out sci-fi star learning to appreciate the convention scene.
So it's kind of like Fresh Hell, only for conventions.
Yes, it's yeah.
You're familiar with Fresh Hell, right?
Yes, I am familiar with Fresh Hell. Yes.
Okay.
So I have to laugh my ass off at this. So you're basically gonna have one of these. Basically, they're without saying the name, they're former Firefly actors. Now, one went off to massive success and had other roles in TV series, and the other one is selling autographs. How do the two survive?
No, he did fairly well in Dollhouse.
No, that's what they're saying for the premise for this web series.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be a Vimeo on demand exclusive. So the amount that you pledge not only determines the perks you get, such as like live video streams and props, but you get access to the movie itself. The basic setup, if you want to shell out $25, you get both first crack at the new episodes as well as 90 days of unfettered streaming. Here's the thing though, they were only asking for $425,000 for a single episode. They are already at
That's a lot of money for a single app.
But they're already at 1.48 million. Yeah, so they've already hit several goals, and I think you would appreciate the subtitle of the show. So it's called Con Man. The subtitle is Because Convention Man Doesn't Sound as Cool.
Nice. Which brings me to something else that I'm going to slide in here.
Go for it.
I, through the oddest of sources, discovered something this week called Con TV.
You were telling me about this.
Basically what it is it appears to be a startup network, TV video network, that focuses on conventions. So far, most of its content appears to be from Wizard World cons, but so they may be behind it. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But there was a show that I got linked to through one of my Facebook people that called Last Fan Standing. And basically what it is it's a quiz show. It's a trivia quiz show that's all about geek stuff. So Star Wars, Star Trek, comics, DC, Marvel, Big Bang Theory, all sorts of stuff like that. And it's hosted, and then you start with four guys from, in this case, from the convention that were there, and hosted by Bruce Campbell.
Amazing.
It was actually pretty freaking cool. Because I actually watched the episode this afternoon and was impressed. I would like to see more of it. And Bruce Campbell is really funny on this when he has to on the spot deal with stuff.
Perfect.
This was pretty hellaciously funny. What's kind of sad, what's cool and sad at the same time, is with the exception of 2 questions, I got every one of them right.
Nice.
So I kind of feel bad. It's like, wow, I am a bigger geek than I thought I was.
I fail to see how that's a problem.
Oh, watch the episode. You'll see. It's pretty funny.
I have it queued up right now, so I'll be watching that after the show. So we'll wrap things up as always. Michael, what have you been watching?
Oh, what have I been watching? Well, the other weekend, rather, on a whim, we had a friend over, and we streamed the entirety of Hellsing Abridged.
Nice. And
just cracked the hell up. I'm pretty much current on all my shows. Let's see. Yeah, because I caught Shield last night. So yeah, I'm all caught up.
Nice.
So I've been watching Shield, Blacklist. What the F with Blacklist? Man, oh man. This girl needs to make up her frickin' mind.
No, she can't make up her mind yet. They're only halfway through the second season.
Have you caught up yet?
Yes, I'm current on Blacklist.
What the hell? Although I thought the way they ended the thing was pretty awesome.
Yes, very much so.
And of course, there's a new episode tonight, but you know, we're recording this on Thursday, so you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's mainly what I've been watching.
For me, surprisingly, because I've been busy with a bunch of other stuff, not a single minute of anime was watched this past week.
Really?
Which is
I
rare
actually
for
watched
me.
2 whole episodes.
Which was very rare, yes.
I watched Blade X Soul.
Blade X Soul? That doesn't ring a
I
bell.
think it's Blade X Soul?
I could be
It's based off of an NCSoft MMO, Korean MMO.
But there was one thing I've been watching as I've been like doing other stuff around the house. It's one of those that I've watched it when it was on TV. It's still on air, but be able to go back and watch it anytime was enjoyable as hell. I decided to marathon all of Anthony Bourdain.
No Agenda, or No Reservation.
No Reservation is the Travel Channel one. I'm talking about the CNN one, which was I can't remember what that one is.
I don't remember what it's called either, but I know the series.
Yeah, I can't remember for the life of me. I watched the whole thing. They had it at on Netflix. Parts Unknown.
Parts Unknown. That's right.
And I was like, okay, cool. I'll just turn this on as background noise. Wait, it's a Japan episode. I gotta sit and watch this. Good time. So yeah, I watched. They're on their 6th season right now, but only the first 4 are available on Netflix. And I just enjoy watching the guy because I have similar viewpoints on life with him. He aside from being a really, really good chef, he's also a foodie, so he gets to check out all these amazing places.
Well, also he's actually genuinely respectful of the culture.
Yes,
which he doesn't try and westernize it or make it all pretty for the Westerners.
Exactly.
He gives it genuine respect, regardless of what country he's in.
Exactly. So I marathoned all of that in the past week. So I know I need to catch up on a lot of stuff right now. So we'll see what happens in the next week or so. But those damn things called weddings that I have to go to all the time. It's
yeah. If you hop on a plane, there might be another one.
I do have to say though that my brother's wedding was very, very nice.
Yeah, I saw the pictures.
And they left right from there, not to a hotel. They literally went straight from there to LAX to go to their honeymoon.
Go?
Costa Rica.
Nice.
They're still there right now, so they'll be back. Nice. I think Sunday. So
very cool.
Which I won't be here because I'll be at another wedding. So we'll see what happens.
Oh well.
But
then I'll be back. I'll be coming back on the 27th.
Okay.
So I may be available to do an episode that Sunday.
If I need to do it,
I don't know. I may still be jet lagged.
Nah, I completely understand. I mean, honestly, if anything, if I need to do a solo show or maybe even bring a guest on, we'll see what happens. But I think that's gonna be it for this episode. Can you think of anything else to add, Michael?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, either live or on Sunday on YouTube. We will have something for you the following week, and once we all get our lives back together, we'll be back for another episode on a Sunday. So
yeah.
Thanks for watching. From my mother's basement, I'm Jason,
and I am Michael,
and we will see you guys next week. Take it easy, everybody.